What's up, guys? It's Hybrid Spectre here, and I've decided to do a Q&A video to commemorate my 100 subscribers. So I compiled all the best comments that I thought were good, and I'm going to answer them. So these are taken from my social media account, and let's take a look here. Meme account says, LOL. Okay, I have a serious question. What are your favorite types of video games or genre? It's a good question. I enjoy RPGs and shooters, but I kind of like various kinds. If it interests me, then yeah, I'll kind of play. But mostly RPGs and shooters. But anything that kind of gives me freedom of choice, so like that, like pretty much melting pots of various different games. So RPG shooters like Destiny, Skyrim, like just various kinds of games. But anything that gives me a lot of freedom of choice, then I'll do that. Loonman529 says, favorite game from 1995 to 2005. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Well, I was born in 1995, so that's about. So I'm missing about 5 years worth of gaming right there. But from 2005, between those 2 years, I would probably say, I would probably have to say Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage on the old PlayStation 1. That was one of my all-time favorite games. I remember it since I was a little kid. And the soundtrack was just one of those things that really stood out to me. It was one of the things I really loved about it. So, okay, let's see. Next question. Professional hacker meme god says, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Well, the answer to that question is woodchucks can't chuck wood because they're very tiny animals, and they can't exactly chuck wood. So, Faithful Gamer says, he actually has two questions. Faithful Gamer says, why can't you go flawless in Destiny? Well, you should know that, because PvP is not my thing in Trials. Pretty much PvP and Trials are not really my forte, so that should answer your question right there. And given how sweaty and how cutthroat Trials can be, I just can't do it. However, with Destiny 2 and the Trials of the Nine, it is easier to do that. Not that I do it, but given how the meta is currently crap, can't really do that. And his second question is, why did you rage in PvP when we last played? Good question. I don't remember the last time we played. Not sure if that helps or not, but there you go. Next question. Emperor Callus says, have you beaten my robot yet? No. No, I haven't, because my teams suck. I can do it. All of my teams just suck. By the way, I need a raid team. So if any of you are interested in having me as part of your raid team, I'll gladly do it. Next question. Shadowstalker. Shadowstalker asks, what's your most memorable moment in Destiny 2 so far? Oh man. That's a really tough one, because Destiny is one of my favorite games. And with Destiny 2, there are just too many for me to say. Ooh. I might need to come back to you on that one, because even I can't figure out my most memorable moment in Destiny 2 yet. Yeah, I really don't know how to answer that. That's just a really good question. I just don't know how to really answer that. All right, next question. Next question. See, username loading asks, my question is, how did you get your name? That's a very excellent question. See, I kind of just came up with my name randomly because I've always been a fan of the word hybrid. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means two. It means two. It's basically like two different things that are part of the same thing. Basically, it means two, like two things. And I've always been a big fan of the word specter. And for those of you who don't know what specter means, specter is basically another term for ghost or shade or something like that. So, and I've always admired that, and I always liked it, and I thought it would be kind of cool to combine them, and that was a name that I thought about for a very, very long time, and I just kind of came up with it randomly, and I just kind of called myself Hybrid Spectre. And I kind of spelled Spectre differently, named after the Spectre gear in Destiny, just so it could have some, like, you know, some uniqueness to it. So, and that's kind of where I got the idea for that. So, next question. Oh boy. Big War Boar has 2 questions. His first question is, lemons or potatoes? Well, I like potatoes in the form of French fries, and I can eat an entire lemon wedge without giving a sour face, so that kind of answers your question. And his second question is, what is the worst pun you have ever been told or heard? Oh. Well, given how I'm kind of like the master of lame puns, can't say that I have heard one that I haven't liked. Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that one either, because you know me, I've heard a lot of lame puns, but let me see if I can think of one. Here's one. I am a baker. I need dough. See if you catch that one. Let's see. And the last question for today is going to be by Marcus Buddha. Sorry if I butcher your name. Why do you go PS4? Good question. I go PS4 because I grew up with PlayStation. I grew up with Sony, and I had the PlayStation 1 since I was a little kid. And I had a PlayStation 2 for a large part of my life, and I had a PlayStation 3 for about 8 years of my life. And given that just because I grew up around Sony, it was kind of an easy transition for me to go PlayStation. That and some of the best games are on PlayStation. I know that is debatable, but just look at the numbers. Yeah, PlayStation has the best games. And we are out of time here, so hope you guys enjoyed that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, enjoy the last few seconds of this game.